I have a lot to cover today, and I have to read something to you, so I won't be able to see the comments right now. So let me go ahead and do that first. As I told you all, I was finished with the Kenneka Jenkins case. I had a few loose ends, though, outstanding, and so I've gotten updates on that, and I want to share that with you all. First, I told you all that I would be sending my proof of the fake videos to the Civilian Office of Police Accountability in Chicago. And I did that on August 3rd. And I did get a response back from a Michael Fleury. Well, actually, he replied back to me on August 3rd. The investigator's name is Michael Fleury, and he wrote as follows. Ms. McGill, your passion for these cases is greatly welcome. However, what you submitted does not meet our criteria for COPA complaints for multiple reasons. For one, the Kenneka Jenkins case, while definitely disturbing and tragic, happened in Rosemont, which is outside of our jurisdiction. We deal strictly with misconduct allegations against Chicago police officers and have no oversight authority over surrounding suburban police agencies. The Illinois Attorney General office is your best bet for conveying the evidence you've covered in the Kenneka Jenkins matter. So they're saying I need to contact the Illinois Attorney General's office and send them my proof of cover-up, okay? And secondly, I had also submitted a complaint regarding the Harith Augustus shooting. If you all remember that one, and in response to that one, he said, as for the Harith Augustus investigation, I am not at liberty to comment on an ongoing COPA investigation and would refer you to our public information department accessible by dialing, he gives the number, 312-746-3609. You cannot file a complaint in this matter as you do not have firsthand knowledge or involvement in the incident that led to the complaint. So notifying COPA that you think the released BWC footage was doctored is not a complaint. Well, for one, I know the BWC footage that was doctored, and I proved that. So apparently someone else will have to submit that because he's saying I do not have firsthand knowledge or involvement in the incident that led to the complaint. So Justice Chicago, any other agencies there, I ask that you take this on and follow through with this. I will email you this information if you give me an email address. And then he says, I hope this answers your questions and wish you continued success in your advocacy. Okay, so that's that. Now I can enlarge this. Okay, so then let me cross this off because I have a lot I want to go over with you all, just to update you all. Now, I told you all that I had worked, or at least some of you, that I had worked with Detective Dialakova. And I thought he intended to arrest the people that I uncovered playing the role of Kenneka in those fake videos. But I was mistaken. I had sent him the information of the exact angle and position where you can actually see the faces of the people, you know. And I told him I wasn't able to get the whole face. He said that's okay. His forensics team would be able to do that. So after I did that, and then I called him, you know, all communication was cut off. So my thinking at this time is he obtained that information from me so that whoever doctored those footages released can go ahead and doctor those pieces so that you can no longer see those faces. In other words, going forward, if they release a video, you would not be able to see what I have already shown you. In other words, they can deny the existence of those. And, you know, that's really unfortunate, but this is a cover up, so I'm not surprised. But fortunately, over thousands of people have downloaded that video before the police were able to change that part of it. So it's just not me who can verify it, but thousands of others of people can verify it. But do not be surprised if you go back online and download that video that Rosemont has doctored it so that you cannot see it anymore. And that's damn shame. So I don't trust Detective Dialacova anymore. I thought he, you know, wanted justice, but I just don't see. I don't see it. I don't see it. As far as all of the killing and the shooting going on in Chicago, remember, Black people there are prime organ donors. So the killing and shooting of Black people there is silently encouraged. And that's why you do not see any major attack on the number of killings to reduce the numbers. Okay, so justice organizations, organizations who want to stop the killing of the kids in the Black on Black crimes, you will have to work to get the ordinances changed concerning organ trafficking, because Black people there are the primary source of organ trafficking. A heart is worth about $1 million. $1 million. A liver is worth about $500,000. Okay, kidneys are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars too. Okay, so a dead body is worth more than a living one. So you guys need to start doing your research and get together and work as a team to get these ordinances or laws changed to revoke the medical examiner's authority to just take organs and use them as he or she deems necessary. And instead make them have to request the family's permission first, okay? Because certain city and private parties are benefiting financially off of your relatives or your child's death, okay? And you're not getting anything. They're making millions off of your child's death and you're not seeing a penny of it. So you need to go and get that changed. That's what I would suggest the justice and other organizations who want to significantly decrease the killings in Chicago. Justice Chicago, or Chicago Justice, I think it's Justice Chicago, which is a group on Facebook. I sent them also my proof of the fake footages for Kenneka Jenkins, as well as the Harith Augustus videos. I have not heard any response back from them. I think it's the national director, Mark Johnson, or something like that. And I would appreciate, you know, a courtesy reply regarding the information I sent. You can send it to my inbox, just as a courtesy, just as decency, okay? Now, for those of you who, you know, having the title of Chirac is nothing to be proud of, you know, it's nothing to speak about, you know, in any kind of admirable way, because you guys are dying. I'm just waiting for the day where they say, well, there are no more black, you know, there are no more young Black males in Chicago. You know, I'm just waiting for that extinction to occur because so many are being killed. But for those of you who want to get out of that area, you know, the killing only takes place in certain zip codes. So redo your research on that and try to get out of those zip code areas. Now, if you can only afford like a little very small, tiny apartment in an area that doesn't have all that killing, then get that. If you have to share rent with someone, then get that, particularly if you have children, so that you will get them out of harm's way. Because this killing is not all over Chicago, it is contained in certain zip code areas, okay? Oh yeah, Giuliani, I want to say he's full of shit. When those killings and shootings occurred, I think it was like 30 people shot. His response was to blame the Democrats. In essence, he doesn't care about the Chicago citizens. That's not a response you give when people are being shot and killed. So he's full of shit. So you all in Chicago need to get rid of him as soon as you can. Because he just does not care about you all. Okay, the protests. I think there are two separate protests that are coming up. I recommend that you go to neither of them. Teresa Martin, all she has to do is say, yes, that is my daughter, Kenneka Jenkins, in that freezer. But that is not her on the Crown Plaza footage that they released. That's a fake Kenneka. What happened to my daughter? How did she get to that freezer? Okay, and she can also use the zoomed in image of the man playing the role of Kenneka, where the bad editing was, which resulted in him having two heads. So she has the proof she needs to get the case reopened and to expose the cover up. The ball is in her court to do so. Stop giving her the excuse that she can't speak or she has a gag order. Did she tell you that? Okay, so stop giving her the benefit of the doubt. She says she wants justice for her daughter. So it's been past time for her to show she wants justice for her daughter. And no one can keep her from saying, that is not my daughter. Hi, Latoya. No one can keep her from saying that, okay? So if she does not say that, and also I've sent this proof of the fake video footages to the activists and the organizers for these two protests. If they do not say it either, so if neither of them say it, I tell you, you'll get more benefit from staying home and filing your toenails than you will going to any Kenneka Jenkins protest. Okay, hi boo. So Teresa has asked a lot of us, a lot. And if it had not been for us, especially Jedediah and his crew, she never would have gotten the national attention that she's gotten. She never would have gotten the protesters. You all went out, she canceled it over concern over $2,000 that didn't even belong to her when her major concern should have been her daughter. Okay, and she canceled the protest. So on that basis alone, I would not go. Okay. She also told you all she would give you up